The mobile companies in Uganda are encouraging users to pick up with social media and internet use. How are they doing that?
They're really using very, very different and ruthless tactics as the competition heats up. We look at MTN, for example, giving free bandwidth, data time to their clients.
So how much is it giving?
They're giving about 15 MBs every month, at the start of every month. And this lasts for 8 days. And you know what happens?
This is to all their subscribers?
Yeah, all their subscribers.
Right.
And, I have to get, imagine I have 2 numbers, MTN numbers. That means that's 30 MB free to use. Of course, my usage is very high. So within the next 1 hour it is done.
Yeah.
I have to buy because I'm encouraged.
Yes.
So it is kind of a retention tactic, and also for those who are just getting to learn, they will use that little to learn how to use social media online and how to connect online with their mobile phones or with their smart gadgets.
And how do people looking at things like smartphones and feature phones, are people moving to those, or are they staying with their SMS phone?
It's interesting to see that I can look back at most of my friends who used to carry ordinary phones. Each of them now is carrying 1 or 2 smartphones. And the younger people, students at the universities, students at tertiary institutions, each one needs a smartphone because they're going to use them to access the internet for their own purposes, either recreational, academic, or for transaction, whatever. Because now we find that there are very many interesting jobs that are online, and with a mobile phone that is smart and can access the internet, you can do anything possible. And the smart gadgets as well, the iPads of this world and other tabs and whatever, there are very many coming in, and the people are taking them on. The shops also, the shops selling these gadgets have also started focusing on smartphones as a more popular product, and they are concentrating on this. So that means the increase has been noticed by the business sector.
And you were talking about social media, most of which is Facebook, but you were talking about CEOs being on Twitter and some of the things that happened. Tell me about what happened to the CEO of New Vision, Robert Kabashenga.
Well, that one is a very interesting one. I remember one time he posted something on Twitter promising to take on the presidency of the Football Federation.
And this was a joke?
And to me, I thought it was a joke. But in the next 3 hours, it was a very powerful news item on FM radio stations within the country, and very interesting. And so the debate started, all this, and the political talkers decided to start trying to figure out what was he up to. Is he moving out of the newspaper? What's happening? So it became very interesting.
From a simple tweet?
From a simple tweet, and it grew big and big and big, and went until such a time that he actually declared that he was not going to stand. Yeah. And that's when it cooled down. But it was such an interesting trend because I watched it growing and being retweeted, being Facebooked, being...
And you were saying that NTV, Nation TV, how many Twitter followers does Nation TV have?
Well, they quite have so many. I haven't recently looked at the statistics, but generally in social media, on social media, they have a following of more than 100,000. Yeah, that is it.
Okay, so that's quite a lot of people.
Quite a lot of people.
What are those people looking for?
And they're looking for information, mostly the video clips on interesting programs that they have. And they're also looking for news, video clips. No, NTV is a television station, and there are interesting programs that they give. And people look at them and look at somebody sharing, commenting, and then you see that yes, the following for NTV on social media platforms is really big. It's not only NTV, even the telecoms here. MTN has a massive following.
And what's that based on?
I think it's based on the offers that they are giving to their clients. Sometime last year, MTN went on a spree of giving out free airtime, and they could just post it onto Facebook or Twitter. They actually now have changed the strategy. Twitter is for receiving complaints, and Facebook, you will see compliments and maybe news about, and also sharing what is happening within MTN. Wherever they are marketing and maybe chief executives are going, whenever they launch a product, they're using these social media platforms because it is instant. They actually tweet from the place where they are launching a product from a place where their CEO may be presenting a paper or something, and this is immediately shared out by people, especially if it's on a subject that is interesting. The most recent one I saw was at the Sweden-Uganda ICT conference, when CEO of MTN came to present, and somebody, I think, who is assigned to do the tweeting, tweeted, and immediately it caught fire. But this happened shortly after MTN had just launched an ICT laboratory somewhere in some part of the country. It was also a big issue. I mean, people started sharing this information. The bottom line is this: social media in Uganda is starting to gain momentum. It's starting to take off.